Hi, welcome to another episode of the Naina Redu Experience. It's the 28th of July. I am answering questions from the Monday AMA that happened yesterday on my Instagram stories. I got a bunch of amazing questions this time. But in casual news, I went on a vacation during a pandemic. Who knew? I even shared a video of what the process was. We took a flight from Delhi to Bikaner and we went to Narendra Bhavan, which is a hotel in Bikaner. And there were a lot of questions on how did it go, what were the checks, and lots of questions. So it's there on my YouTube page. I've also shared it on my IGTV. But I wanted to clarify that just because you see other people traveling doesn't mean you should. Not everyone has the same risk threshold, I suppose. So decide what works for you, and if you have even a little bit of a doubt, don't do it. Okay, let's get down to the questions. I am reading from the laptop this time. Question 1. Is it true that when you're starting as an artist, you should be charging minimal to get commissions? My answer, not true. It is shit advice given by those who didn't make money when they started and are trying to maintain that same shit status quo by giving younger artists bad advice. You are not going to get commissions because you are cheap. Fact of life. Calculate your CODB. CODB is cost of doing business. I've talked about it, I have no idea how many times. Research the market, get on a consulting call with an art consultant and ask them for advice. Stop listening to those who don't know their elbow from their ass. Yeah, it can be hard when you're starting out, and I have come across a lot of people, even in the middle of my career or, last 2-3 years, I've had people say, hum dekh lenge, tumhara career, I know a lot of people and nobody will give you work. And I'm like, I've been doing this for, this incident happened. I was like, I've been doing this for like 15 years. And if I can't get work because somebody thinks they can say that let's not hire Naina, then I guess it's my own fault. But pricing is always tricky. But I really don't see why you have to start out with a low rate. You're doing the work. And I understand that when you build a brand and, you think that, 16 years down the line, I'll charge X amount of money and all. That's not how it works, by the way. Even now when I am pricing my art pieces, for example, even though I've been around as a photographer for a while, it's not like I can suddenly launch art pieces and be like, this is for like 4 lakhs or something. It needs to you need to look at the market. You need to look at, sales, demand, speak to someone who works in the art industry and figure it out. Just because you're starting out doesn't mean you have to charge less. And you certainly won't get commissions because somebody will be like, because the art is so cheap, I'm going to buy it. That's not why people buy art. So no, okay, long answer. Next question. Best online portal to learn Photoshop for photography, in your opinion? Wow, my answer, I don't know. It's been many years since I've seen a Photoshop tutorial. I mainly use Lightroom for 90% of my photography work. I use Photoshop for retouching, things like cleaning up skin, removing dirt, removing objects, etc., which is rare. Mostly, I would say that it is a lot of self-practice within Photoshop. If you have specific questions, best to do an internet search. Photoshop is an insanely detailed piece of work, software art. You can imagine how extensive the tutorials must be. So even when I started using Photoshop, I had no idea what to do. Everybody, said, use Photoshop, etc., etc. It took a lot of practice and many, many years. And even now, I think I barely know like 10% of Photoshop because there's so much in it. You can do so much. Did you know you can animate inside Photoshop? So yeah, you literally have to open up the software and just dig in. But from a photography perspective, most of my work is done in Adobe Lightroom. So I barely use Photoshop. I might use it to create some graphics, if I have a pimple and I'm like, dot, which can also be done in Lightroom, by the way, but I feel that it doesn't really do a good job. So yeah, seriously, the internet is your best friend. Unfortunately, right now, I don't know what portals exist because it's just insane out there. Okay, next question. This was from a friend and she said, how are you so quirky and fantastic? My answer was, Yaar, I love compliments. Thank you. And the answer is that I don't know how I am who I am. I don't even know who I am. I think I got a little philosophical. I know I'm a little bit crazy, a little bit nice, a little paranoid, a little horny, a little enthu cutlet, a little old auntie advice giver, a little art, a little photography, thoda प्यार, थोड़ा गुस्सा, etc. 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 गाड़ी चल रही है, हम फिक्र को धुएं में उड़ा रहे हैं. Next. Oh my god, I think that's like the most casual Q&A I've ever done. Okay, next question. Do you know of any PR agencies / companies to help new influencers grow and build social media presence? My answer, sorry, I don't. I imagine that most PR agencies should be able to do this though. I will tag a few that I have interacted with when they approached me on behalf of brands. The ones I tagged were Words Work PR, PR Pandit, of course, Mirabilis Incorporated, and if you are looking at the blog post, etc., along with this video or this podcast episode, then I have linked to their Instagram handles on my blog post, so you can check it out. I imagine any PR agency should be able to do this because it's kind of the fundamentals apply, right? Of how you're trying to promote one brand and then how you're trying to promote another brand. A lot of people are like, okay, there are agencies that handle celebrities. I'm not sure you want to go down that route because the way celebrities are treated in India is very different. So an agency might not even accept you or take you on board because they might have this thing that we need a certain number of followers, because if they already represent a certain type of celebrities, then they'll have a profile and they might not get you on board. I think it'll be better off if you try to work with someone who is new, someone who is open to experimenting, etc., and who knows how influencers work. Right, next question. Can you suggest a good art consultant and how much do they charge? Okay, I've briefly mentioned this earlier also, but this was my answer. I can only refer you to the one I have spoken with. My conversation with him was helpful when I got in touch with him. I think I'm going to need another conversation soon. His name is Alan Bamberger. He is on Instagram. Again, I have shared the handle. He is based out of the US and his rates are mentioned on his website. His website is also a gold mine of information. Honestly, if you have the time to invest, I would suggest reading that website. But if you want to pay and you want advice quickly, then I would suggest going in for a call. He does 30-minute calls, and I mean, you can book him as many times as you want. This time around, I'll try talking with a few more art consultants and then deciding a course of action. Also, because this is the pandemic, I am not really sure what the correct way to launch art at this point is. In general, I think you should be prepared, and again, most of the same fundamentals apply. It's not like, selling and buying have changed. Sure, not all people are really spending as much as they used to, but it's still the same market, like in many senses. But it's also nothing is the same anymore. So it's like nothing has changed, but nothing is the same anymore. Maybe I should write like a blog post about that. Of course, it'll be a lot more philosophical than I'm used to. I don't think I'll write it. Okay. Next. Next question was, when are you coming back? This was from Siddharth, who heads Narendra Bhavan, and I told him that I'm going to be back soon. So my answer was, अभी एक hangover तो उतरा नहीं, दूसरे का plan बन रहा है. If the situation remains stable, borders, air travel, etc., then before the end of August, I shall be back. Hot. Okay. Next question. How do you maintain such a beautiful and aesthetically pleasing feed? My answer, why, thank you. It is a function of having 800 to 900 images to choose from. I have a massive Google Drive folder where I store some of my own favorite photographs, and I use them where there isn't anything exciting happening currently. And of course, if I lost something today and of course, if I post something today and hate it tomorrow, I simply archive it. Did you know that I've manually deleted over 12,000 Instagram posts from my feed? This was when the archive option did not exist. So that's how long I've been on Instagram. Last question. Do you think PR agencies and influencer connects can help fashion labels grow right now? My answer, absolutely yes. The level of consumption for some products and services has gone down, whereas for others it has gone up. PR agencies and influencers were always supposed to assist in the brand awareness process, which they can still do now during this pandemic. No matter what the world is going through, one has to be clear about what role different marketing and brand building channels play. Do not confuse sales with likes and magazine articles. What does growth look like for a fashion brand right now? Sales are happening, but not as much. Of course, there are lots of restrictions. A lot of us are having to figure out the local market because we cannot ship internationally. So there are all these considerations. But again, like I said, the fundamentals remain. You just need to put the pedal to the metal and get on with it. Oh, pedal to the metal, not petal to the metal. Petal to the metal is the name of one of my brooches, so I got confused. Right, that was the Naina Mama episode for this week on the podcast. I am trying to think of a webinar or a workshop or a free workshop that I want to do before the end of this week. I have not been able to decide on what subject I should be doing it because I want it to be a little casual but also talk about things that are useful to people, because everyone has their attention so thinly stretched these days that I don't want to waste anyone's time, mainly my own. There is a new giveaway, by the way. If you are listening to this, it's valid only till the 31st of July, which is the last date for you to enter. I am giving away a free Instagram profile audit for one person who subscribed to my newsletter. So you can go to insta.naina.co and subscribe and enter your Instagram URL. If you are already a subscriber, then of course all you need to do is again put in your email and your Instagram handle. You will not be subscribed again. You just subscribed once. You won't get 2 copies of the same newsletter. And one person wins this, and I will do it live with them, and then I will also post the video publicly for people to see, or we might even decide to do it live and send an invitation link on Zoom for people to come in and watch the meeting. That's an interesting idea, which I realized I could do that also. Right. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, you can always come back to my Instagram profile stories. My Instagram handle is Naina, Naina. Every Monday I do an AMA session where you can ask me anything. Bye.